Imagine how many more lives could be transformed if other creators, coaches, and experts found these strategies too. Your shares and reviews help more course creators discover how to get their knowledge out into the world. Please take a moment to rate the show and leave a quick review. When you do, we get to reach more people and we make a bigger impact together. Because when more people who help people succeed, the world becomes a better place. Thank you. Hello and welcome to episode number 225 of the Launch Lounge podcast. In today's episode, you'll discover why changing your creatives might actually be hurting your results. And I'll give you my step-by-step system for optimizing your ads in the right way. So stay tuned. Hello, friend. Today is 22 days until Christmas. I hope you had a lovely Thanksgiving if you're in the US and you got some great deals on Black Friday. I am kitted out and ready to go skiing in Japan. It's really super weird buying clothes that is super warm when it's like 35 degrees Celsius outside and you're hot and sweaty. You know that feeling when you're staring at your ad account and your lead costs are creeping up and you think, maybe it just needs new creatives. Well, hold on to your coffee mug because today we're going to bust some myths about refreshing your ad creatives. And I'm going to show you exactly when and how to do it properly so you can stop wasting money on unnecessary changes and start getting some consistent results from your ads. Remember that scene in Friends where Monica keeps rearranging the furniture because she's avoiding dealing with her breakup with Richard? Yeah, sometimes we're all a bit Monica about our ad creatives, right? Moving things around just to feel like we're doing something, right? In today's episode, you're going to discover why changing your creatives might actually be hurting your results. And I'll give you my step-by-step system for optimizing your ads in the right way. You know, I've been running Facebook ads since 2015. That's like 568 internet years. And I've worked with hundreds of course creators through our agency. And here's the pattern that I keep seeing over and over again. This almost magnetic pull towards changing up your ad creatives whenever things aren't going exactly as planned. It's almost uncanny and predictable. And I get it because when you're investing your money in ads, you want to feel like you're in control, like you're doing something proactive to improve your results. But here's the thing, and this is what I really want you to hear today. Sometimes what feels productive isn't actually what produces results. I'm going to say that again because I need you to hear this. Sometimes what feels productive isn't actually what produces results. So let's talk about the sexy solution trap. The sexy solution trap is something I see happening all the time. We're looking at our ad account and maybe the leads are getting a little bit more expensive or we're just not seeing the results we want. And what's the first thing we do? Oh, I need new creatives. I get it. It feels productive, like Monica, right? It feels like we're taking action. And hey, look, creating new creatives or video can be kind of fun. I love it. Way more fun than diving into actual data, right? All my spreadsheet haters out there. But here's the truth bomb I need to drop. Unless you're keeping meticulous tracking of your creative results, and let's be honest, most of us aren't, changing out your creatives is usually just fancy procrastination. It's like reorganizing your desk when you should be writing that important email. You feel productive, but are you really moving the needle? And that's why I call it the sexy solution trap, because it looks kind of pretty. You kind of want to do it, but you got to stop yourself. Now let's talk about the e-commerce myth. Maybe you're thinking, But Salome, I see all these gurus online talking about constantly refreshing creatives. And if your newsfeed is anything like mine, I get 156 ads from other agencies and other ads managers in a day, all of them selling me their magic templates for creating ad creative that actually works, or telling me they've analyzed 1,257,000 ads and they've compiled the best creatives and you can have the swipe file. And I go, oh, dude, you're just appealing to their desire for new creatives. But here's the thing, and this is super important. New creatives matter most in e-commerce business. If you're selling widgets, you have a very short life sales cycle typically. Someone sees your ad today, and when they click on that ad, they go to your page where they look at a product. And if they don't buy that product, you retarget them with ads. And you're going to need multiple creatives because you're going to have to retarget them about 7 times before they buy from you, within the next 24 to 48 hours. I know this because I have bought many, many, many pairs of shoes and dresses and handbags and belts and makeup and gadgets and gimmicks online because of retargeting ads after I saw one ad and clicked on it. You are not running an e-commerce business. You do not need new creative. You are playing a completely different game. You are selling courses and coaching and high-ticket offers that requires trust and relationship building. And this is where it gets really interesting. One of our coaches inside the Launch Lounge, lovely Lucy, shout out to Lucy, has been running the exact same webinar ads, no new creative, same creative, since 2019. You heard that right. Exactly the same webinar ads since 2019. And guess what? She's still paying her lead cost is still the same as it was in 2019. Why is this? Because these ads have built up so much good mojo. They have so much data. The algorithm knows exactly who to put those ads in front of that is likely to convert, because there have been hundreds of thousands of conversions on these ads. Maybe not hundreds of thousands, but definitely almost 100,000, I want to say. Conversions. Maybe, I don't know. Lots of thousands of people have signed up for her webinars. So her pixels are seasoned. Her custom conversion knows exactly what to do. The algorithm knows exactly who to put these ads in front of to get them to sign up for her webinar. And she gets to sit back, flick a switch every time she launches, and watch as the leads roll in like it's 2019 all over again. Hey, in December, we'll be talking a lot about lead generation, list building, and all things finding your people online who wants to buy your thing. Send me a voice message at thelaunchlounge.com/talk and tell me what's the one thing you wish you could snap your fingers. And it's easier when it comes to building your hot audiences, growing your email list, and finding new leads for your business. When you leave me a message, I can create podcast episodes just for you. So go to thelaunchlounge.com/talk and leave me a message so I can help you build your email list faster. You, my friend, do not have an e-commerce business, so you don't need new creatives all the time. What you do need is seasoning on your custom conversions. What you do need is aggregated intelligence, learning on your ads. So let's talk about the strategic approach that actually works. Now that you've probably turned everything you thought you knew about ad creatives upside down, Let me give you my proven system for optimizing your creatives the right way. So, step number one, you're going to create two different ad sets. You're going to put the same audiences in both those ad sets, target exactly the same people. One ad set will get all the image variations of your creatives, and the other ad set will get all the video variations. So you'll have targeting the same audiences, but you're targeting them with images in one ad set and videos in another one. And the reason I split these two things up is just because sometimes we find some audiences love images, some audiences love video, some accounts, not audio, images do better, some accounts, videos do better, and sometimes, like in my account, one day it's the one and the next day it's the next, and there's no real rhyme or reason. But don't dismiss images. A lot of people are dismissing images because we rave about video so much, but truly, images are still performing really well as ads. So let the algorithm target the same audience with both types of content. Here's a little fun behind the scenes for you. In one of my campaigns, the images were just cruising along really well, doing okay. And then suddenly, one day, they started crushing it compared to the videos. And it could be because someone left a comment on the ad. You just don't know, right? But suddenly, all of a sudden, I have a graph where videos doing great, images are cruising. And then literally overnight, the one drops massively and the other one increases massively. And the two lines cross and the images start to perform better. This is the key. We keep both of those ad sets running because the winner actually needs to feed off of the loser to keep winning. It's kind of like the algorithm needs to know what's not working in order to get more of what is working. And when you switch one off, you deprive the algorithm of the opportunity to split test in that way. You also risk, losing what happened in my account where videos were winning all the way and then suddenly images were winning, and now the images, and this ad set's been running since beginning of September, and now the ads are at a lower cost than they were back then because they've had time to optimize. So step number one is create two ad sets and split your creative in images and videos. That's the first thing. Step number two, be patient. Wait until you get some solid proof on your ads. I'm talking about at least 3 or 5 ads from your images or videos that have some good engagement, some likes, some shares, and some comments. This is like, waiting for your sourdough to be ready. You just can't rush it. You just have to wait and see when you start getting some social proof. Step number 3. Here's where it gets exciting. Duplicate one of your ad sets and then pull in all of the winning ads from both ad sets. So what you're going to do is you're going to duplicate it so that you bring with it the exact same audience. But you're only going to keep the ads that performed the best from your split test, from your when the one ad set had only images and the second one had only videos, grab those ads that performed the best. And that means if you have 5 ads in the end that performed well and 3 of them are images and 2 are videos, that's great. That's fine. Or 4 are videos and 1 is an image, that's great. But grab the best ads that got the best results and put them all into one ad set where you are targeting the same audience. This gives you, and then switch the other 2 off. This gives you one super powered ad set with only your social proof champion ads. And then when you turn the other 2 off, this one should bring in leads at a lower cost than what the other 2 did because you are only putting the best creatives out there to the same audience. And the reason we switch the other 2 off is because we don't want this one competing with the others, right? Step number 4 is once that's running smoothly, so again, be patient and wait, then you can start getting fancy. And you can duplicate your ad set that has your winning creatives in. And maybe you want to, create a new split test. Create one where you use just Facebook placement and one where you use just Instagram placement. Same ads. Or maybe run one just to reels and stories and the other one just in the news feed and make that split test. Or do that and then do the placement ones. However you want to do those continue to do those split tests is up to you. But do that until you find out what the exact winning placement is. You already have the winning audience. Do that until you have the winning creatives, the winning placement, and the winning platforms, right? So you keep testing and keep split testing two things against each other and then create a new ad set with the winner. The key here is, and I want you to write this down if you're taking notes, keep your best creatives and only test two things against each other at a time. This gives the algorithm the clarity it needs to optimize and give your ads time. Switch them on and leave them alone. Okay, the algorithm does not like changes. So there you have it. Let's recap what you've learned. You've learned to stop changing your creatives just because it feels productive. Hey, Monica. Remember, you're not an e-commerce business, so embrace the long game and focus on seasoning your conversions. Follow the strategic approach to split test images versus videos, build up your social proof, and then optimize and scale your winners. And I know this might feel like a mindset shift from what you've been hearing out there about constantly refreshing your creatives, but that's exactly why you're here listening to the Launch Lounge podcast, because you know that building a sustainable, profitable online business requires more than listening to the e-commerce dudes. I love the e-commerce dudes, but let's face it, they don't know anything about selling knowledge online. Keep showing up here every Tuesday and Thursday, and I promise to keep showing up and keep showing you the proven strategies that actually work for course creators and coaches like you. You've got this, and I have your back. I'll see you next time. Keep launching, keep learning, and remember, sometimes the best action is to stop changing things. Bye. Today's episode is brought to you by Your First 10K Course Launch, the no overwhelm guide to converting your expertise into income. If you ever catch yourself thinking, I know I could help so many people if I could just figure out how to profitably launch my online course, you're not alone. Every day, brilliant creative entrepreneurs, coaches, and consultants keep their knowledge locked in a one-on-one service because turning it into a scalable course feels too overwhelming. Here's the good news. Creating your first 10K course doesn't require you to become a marketing genius. I've packed everything you need, from packaging your expertise to launching with confidence, into this no overwhelm step-by-step guide. Head over to thelaunchlounge.com/10K to download your copy today. Don't let another day go by with your expertise stuck in time for money services. Your future students are waiting.